I talked about walking a financial taut wire when you're unemployed and your resources are really limited. Here's an example of what can happen. Yesterday I turned the computer off to to let updates be installed, and lo and behold, when I turned it back on, nothing worked right. I think it's a Trojan, only from what I've found about this particular problem. What I found on the internet, did a little research. It'll cost at least $125, and I have to drive 90 miles to a competent, reputable computer repair facility. And this is what can happen. I was talking in the last couple of videos about how when things get like this for anybody, and there are people out there hurting a whole lot worse than me. But I've absolutely positively got to have this computer to do job applications. The libraries around here won't allow you to upload documents, which is, straight up BS. But for their security reasons, they won't allow you to upload documents. So I have to have this, and I have to have it it's kind of like being out on a big lake and you tether yourself out from shore with a small rope, and the further you get out, the more strain there is on that rope. So it doesn't, if that rope breaks, you're in a world of hurt. There's a million other things that could be much worse than this, but and I could say, on the one hand, that it couldn't happen at a worse time, but then on the other hand, if it happened, my resources are only going to diminish from here. So if it happened later, it would be harder, if maybe even impossible, to have this computer fixed further down the line. So I have to I'm running out of bullets to bite on stuff like this. But it's something that's absolutely positively got to be done, and there's no choice on this particular deal. And I know it happens. I had this same problem about 1.5 years ago. I'm doing a system restore right now. Just one last try to see if that'll fix it. I worked on it all last night, and it just seemed like it's just getting worse. So I'm sure I'll have to take it in, but I'm going to try everything humanly possible that I can do on my own. I'm not a computer whiz at all, so all I can do is the basic stuff that anybody could do. And on another subject, though, I was going to get out and start picking up aluminum cans. I did that about 8 years ago, and on this particular highway, pickings are pretty rich. And so I need the exercise. It'll get me out, get some fresh air, and I'll just start collecting cans up. I was going to go to the recycling place and sell some aluminum anyway, and this will give me a chance to get some fresh air and exercise, and make it more worthwhile. The trip is 90 miles, and so you've got to, every trip like that. I mean, there are things that are very positive about living in a rural setting, and there are things that are very negative about it, and these are the type of things that are negative about it. Now, when There's all kinds of speculation on what's going to happen, what's coming down the pike, and I've heard everything from just mild unrest to outright riots. And my own gut feeling is that I would not want to be in a big city when systems start breaking down, especially food. On the other hand, living out here, that'll keep living here in the rural setting will keep me away from that, hopefully. But on the other hand, that'll also be the first place that gasoline and food will be diverted from to go to the big cities with all the problems. So that's why it's important to prepare self-sufficiently, where you don't, where you can go a while till things quiet down. Anyway, it's amazing. You know how it goes. It's Murphy's Law. So, like I said, but this is just one example of many things that can happen. That can just cause this card. It's a house of cards. It is, and it's not by your own choosing. It's something that can happen to anybody. Prepare. Thank God for the Boy Scouts. Be prepared. So that was one of the best experiences of my life was how they drill that into you. So, but like I said, there's always something that unforeseen that you can't plan for, and this is one of those things. Anyway, we'll see what happens, and hopefully, I don't really think this system restore is going to work. It didn't work last night, so why should it work this morning? But I got to try one more time before I commit myself to what for me at the moment is going to be a major expense. So anyway, I'll pick it up out on the road picking up cans. So who knows, maybe this will work. I hope so. Well, I may have been very, very fortunate, knock on wood. My computer came back to life. Don't know why it worked today. It didn't work yesterday. As far as trying to do, the restore function anyway. Maybe I've hit a patch of good luck. So I'll just have to watch it real close, and hopefully I won't have to take it in for a service. Anyway, one thing that, by the way, it did turn off way too cold today to go and pick up cans, so I'll do that next time the weather is a little bit better, which should be tomorrow. This weekend would be good anyway. But it leaves open the question, will I be able to do what I was trying to do as far as getting ahead on anytime something like that comes up? My plans were balanced on the razor's edge anyway because of such limited resources. In a way, it makes it that much more of a challenge. Now, if I had if I was under the stress of having a family, that everything would be totally different. I make no bones about that. But it does make it a sort of a kind of a chess game, a challenge in that way. It may not be quite so fun here in a few months, but at any rate, we're going to give it our best effort. And I managed to get paid up through December on the mortgage. So that's good, but that is dead middle of winter. My goal is to try to get a year ahead, get 3 more months ahead on the mortgage, so that it's not due until April 1st of 2017. That's the goal. And if I can do that before the unemployment runs out, I will really have felt like I accomplished something. But that's part of it. I still have the taxes. The good thing about that, the property taxes, is that that's not until, I don't have to deal with that until October. So that's a wonderful thing. And I still would like very much to get those two things squared away. Because talk about really being able to... had a bad fire last night. I heard the fire trucks, volunteer fire department, and boy, I was telling people last fall that this spring would be one of the worst fire seasons in this area that there's ever been, and it's turning out to be that way. Anyway, I would really feel like I accomplished a major task if I can get the property taxes and the mortgage ahead for a year, and all I can do is try, and I will try. I'll put my very best effort into that. I only have until April to be able to do that. It's going to take quite an effort. But that's something I desperately need to do, and that way I won't have the pressure, the enormous pressure. Oh my gosh, there's nothing in this world worse than having all of this breathing, all your bills breathing down your neck, and no means of income at all. And believe me, I've been there on more than one occasion. I don't want to go there again. It may be forced upon me, but I have I have accumulated skills and experience from the times before that, good Lord willing, will help me sail through the most treacherous part of these waters anyway. But anyway, hopefully my computer will hold up. I've absolutely got to have that for job applications and sending transcripts and documents. And oh my gosh, the relief I felt today from when it finally came to life and started working, can't even describe it. When things are like this, that's how. It doesn't take much to upset the apple cart. So anyway, hopefully we'll be able to get out and pick up some cans tomorrow, get some exercise. Y'all take care. I'll see you again.